Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo and today is Friday, March 27th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. You know what I've noticed lately? When stuff starts to break down, it becomes obvious who's operating with a strategy and who's just running around playing whack-a-mole with their problems. But luckily for him, Shaun Clarida has this strategy thing down pat. This week, Shaun went on the record to talk about his strategy he put together with his team for this year's Olympia, where they're looking to come in and improve on last season's third-place finish. According to Shaun, this year the plan is to come in bigger and fuller without having to sacrifice anything on the conditioning front. For the most part, Shaun is a guy who puts his money where his mouth is. So if bigger and fuller is in the plan, I can almost guarantee you that's what we're going to see in Vegas. When I was growing up, I had an aunt who always used to tell me to count my blessings. That being said, if I was a member of the 2020 rookie class, I think I'd probably take my aunt's advice and make sure I didn't count out blessing Awodibu. On Wednesday, I saw an updated picture of the soon-to-be rookie standout that really impressed me. The guy's an absolute freak. Things might not have worked out in his pro debut in Australia, but maybe that was all for the best, since it gives him more time to prepare. The guy is an interesting character, and it would make him an even more interesting character if his production can match his incredible personality. I've been lucky enough to have traveled to South America a few different times in my lifetime, and I can tell you from first-hand experience that some of the sights are truly amazing. That being said, I'm sure the people of South America are at least a little bit disappointed they won't have a chance to see a guy like Antoine Vaillant in person this year. Right now, Antoine is sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of 280 pounds, and I can honestly say that this is the best I've ever seen him. He's never been at this weight and this lean before, and it's a shame that he won't get to show it the way he initially planned to. But as I've said a million times before, everything happens for a reason. So who knows, 6 months from now, if everything works out for the better, he might be back in the same situation as one of the best things that ever happened to his career. I'm not going to make this political, but there were some leaders in some countries who seem like they may not have seen this whole COVID-19 thing coming. But that's only because they weren't paying attention to the warnings experts had been forecasting for weeks. So here's my advice to anyone who might be unfortunate enough to compete against Quinton Eriya. Don't make that same mistake. The second-year pro had a huge offseason, and I'm told resulted in him packing on a ton of new muscle. And even now, as he's just starting to chisel away at the edges, you're starting to see some of that stuff pop through. Last year's rookie season was really promising in a lot of ways, so it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up being someone who makes a big jump heading into year 2. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.